Gonna be just a short little bit until we get underway. Okay, so BlackPear is going to be the first to take us through prologue. So, yeah, we'll just go over a couple notes in the, just a couple notes about the format here while we're bouncing through these couple screens here. So, yeah, this is a double elimination tournament. So both of these runners have already taken a loss in this bracket. This is actually going to be BlackPear's third or fourth match in the lower bracket. So, yeah, they've been staving off elimination for quite a while. This is Hornlitz's first appearance in the lower bracket. Oh, and it looks like BlackPear's auto splitter didn't get synced up to his timer. That's interesting. Okay, that'll make timing fun. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to be kicking off into Chapter 1 here. And of course, Hornlitz on the right side, quite notable for getting the first sub 1 minute time through Forsaken City. So yeah, we'll see how both these runners handle this. Forsaken City is really just kind of an introductory chapter. This is going to get you used to all of the speed tech that we use in this game if you've never seen this last run before, and if you haven't, welcome. This is fun. Yeah, we're seeing all these hyper dashes, wall bounces, a couple nice reverse dash from BlackPear on that screen. Same thing from Hornlitz. Oh, and Hornlitz with a minor mistake on the screen after the reverse dash. So, yeah, recovers nicely. We're kind of making it through here. Yeah, again, Forsaken City is just like kind of a basic introductory chapter, in BlackPear going for a couple corner boosts here and there that I don't really see too often. So that's kind of cool to see. Alright, so now we're coming up on the first spike jump here. Very nice from BlackPear. We'll see Hornlitz probably go for the same thing. Oh, very nice. Gets it without having to set up. Yeah, a lot of runners will kind of like knock themselves up against the wall to line them up with the spike, but Hornlitz going for it without the setup, which is very nice. And that kind of mitigates some of the time loss that he took from that very quick death that he took near the start of the chapter. So, yeah, Hornlitz 151 on the file timer and BlackPear with a 156. So, yeah, really close stuff. Hornlitz with a very small lead coming out of the first chapter here. Alright, so now we're coming up on Chapter 2 here. So first we're going to get introduced to these dream block mechanics where they're kind of like squishy little boxes. If you dash into them, they'll kind of spit you out at the other end, and they kind of take you through with the same speed as your dash. And we get this cool little song in the background that we only hear for like 20 seconds because a lot of this level is just like exploration, but we know where to go, we know where Battle Line Chase starts, so we're just trying to make a beeline for that as quick as we can. Right, very nice on-screen sync right here. Yeah, so Hornlitz still has that small lead, very efficient movement for both runners in the early goings here. Yeah, both runners really solid to the first few screens of the Battle Line Chase here. You know, we have Battle Line Chase as the main antagonist of this game, so to speak. Yeah, so she's mimicking our movements on a 3-second delay, so we just have to route out our own movements so that we're, you know, like, still moving fast, but also avoiding Battle Line. Hornlitz taking a death on the last Battle Line screen, though, so that's going to put BlackPear... Ooh! Yeah, Hornlitz with just a little bit of trouble here, and that's allowing BlackPear to kind of establish a small early lead here. Yeah, Hornlitz just had... Ooh! Yeah, gets caught on the wall there for a second. Okay, very nice. Hornlitz recovers, and they are going to be following BlackPear into the Awake section, where there's nothing that can really kill us, so we're just trying to move like hell through these screens here. Oh, BlackPear gets caught up on the wall a little bit. So yeah, movement speed is not capped in this game. So in the Awake section, it's very important that your movement is just completely uninterrupted. You're not, like, getting hit by any of these walls here. So yeah, BlackPear out of there with 353 on their timer. Hornlitz, a couple little minor missteps on Awake here to kind of exchange with BlackPear. So yeah, 357 for Hornlitz. So yeah, those issues on the last Battle Line screen, that kind of set them back. So tide has turned in BlackPear's favor, but Celestial Resort here can definitely be a major point of separation in these races. Yeah, because now we have these Dust Bunny cycles that we're going to have to be dealing with. We have enemies in the middle of the screens now, so yeah, basically just like really precise movement through these cycles. BlackPear taking a death, and yeah, so you see BlackPear resetting the screen here. So these Dust Bunnies, if you've never seen a race before, they give you 2 cycles. They give you 1 cycle when you enter the room, and they give you another cycle if you take a death in the room. So death cycles are often slower, which is why you'll often see runners kind of reset the screen so that they can put themselves back on the faster cycle. So yeah, deaths in this level can definitely be like super punishing, especially compared to, you know, other levels where, you know, maybe just take a quick death and all you have to do is just go through the screen. Now you have to memorize like a couple strats or know when it's faster to kind of go with the death cycle or when it's faster to take that reset. Yeah, BlackPear's recovered nicely from that early mistake. Yeah, really fast movement, and yeah, they should be starting up their huge mess section pretty shortly here. Hornlitz is going to be following behind on RTA, though. Yeah, so though it may look like Hornlitz is behind RTA, like, you know, just from what you see on the screen, Celeste uses an in-game timer, which is what you see in the cassette tapes there. Hornlitz using his chapter timer from the top right corner of his screen. BlackPear has Life Split synced up with an auto splitter for this game. So yeah, whoever has the lower in-game time will be the winner at the end of this race. And BlackPear taking a death at the start of this huge mess section here. So yeah, just a couple minor mistakes, and Hornlitz has been playing pretty well so far. Haven't really noticed any major mistakes on their side of the screen. BlackPear getting that spike jump. Hornlitz probably going to be responding in kind. There we go. So BlackPear hitting the first button at 5:55. Hornlitz is going to be slightly ahead in in-game time coming out of this first section. But again, there's a lot of resort left to be explored. Yeah, so in this part of the game, we're just kind of clearing out this, huge mess. And as you clear out more and more of this section, more platforms disappear. So yeah, it gets progressively harder the further you get into this section here. So yeah, BlackPear doing really well through the second section, and Hornlitz, yeah, still responding in kind. So both runners doing very well so far, as one would expect given their, PBs and their advancement through the bracket so far. Ooh, BlackPear. Yeah, so now we can see. Okay, gets the death cycle skip, so that was good for them. But yeah, taking a death on that screen is going to set them back just a little bit more. They're going to be going for a cycle. Oh, can't get the cycle skip. Have to wait for that Dust Bunny to kind of pass, and Hornlitz gets that cycle skip. So yeah, Hornlitz playing mistake 3 through this last section here, and that's going to help them establish their lead midway through Resort here. Yeah, so Hornlitz about 8 seconds ahead coming into the elevator shaft. Yeah, both runners very nice through this section. Yeah, the third quarter of Celestial Resort is just like all about like navigating these super long rooms. Both runners nailing the quad hyperdash room very nicely. And then we just have one last long room to go before the Oshiro chase. So Oshiro is this hotel, the owner of this hotel, and a lot of plot happens. He gets angry at us, and he's going to be chasing us from the left side of the screen, and he's going to be trying to dash into us. So basically, we just have to be moving through the cycles and also avoiding Oshiro at the same time here. Though, again, no RNG in this game. Both runners should know exactly where Oshiro is going to be at all times. Oh, BlackPear missing the last key coin. Okay, recovers, doesn't take a death. That's very important. They were able to, avoid the dust floor there. Hornlitz, very solid through that screen. Oh, and Hornlitz takes a death in the third to last Oshiro room here. So yeah, nothing too major. They were able to like navigate that death cycle rather well, but BlackPear is pretty well ahead, you know, RTA-wise, getting through this last room here very well. 5:04 chapter time, which is really solid. 8:59 on their timer. You know, Hornlitz looks like they had a little bit of issue getting started on the last Oshiro screen here, so they are going to be a little bit behind BlackPear. Yeah, 9:03 coming out of chapter 3, so yeah, this is a super close race so far. Shir's not a jerk, he's just misunderstood, but he's also a thing of the past, as now we are in Golden Ridge. It's a very annoyingly precise level. You have these wind that's kind of forcing you back, though luckily our dash cancels out the effect of the wind. Oh, nice bubble skip from BlackPear. You also get these cloud trampolines that are kind of finicky. Yeah, meanwhile, Hornlitz going for the more conventional path through that screen, so BlackPear is going to be picking up at about a second, I think that saves. Yeah, both runners doing their thing so far. BlackPear getting a little bit caught up on that, on the third spike jump of this game, but yeah, moving on, got the second try. Now onto the screen with all the wall bounces. Going to be setting up an auto scroller skip here, I would imagine. All right, well done on BlackPear's side getting that auto scroller skip. We'll see how Hornlitz responds. Hornlitz playing it a little bit safer. Yeah, Hornlitz appears to be going for consistency, which is kind of like a weird thing to say, like given that both these runners have like really good PBs. But yeah, Hornlitz is just playing for consistency, waiting a little bit on that autoscroller to kind of take one of the safer autoscroller stats, whereas BlackPear being very aggressive and being rewarded for it here in the early goings of this run. Oh, but Hornlitz having a little bit of trouble setting up this reverse dash. Alright, gets it, now just needs to get the second one. Okay, gets the wave dash on that second platform there, and yeah, some trouble in that room there is going to give BlackPear a little bit of separation here, a little bit of breathing room. Yeah, nice cycle skip from BlackPear. So BlackPear starting off on the harsh wind section. We'll have to see how they deal with the snowballs. Hornlitz is about a couple screens away from joining BlackPear in this section. Oh, Hornlitz misses the cycle skip, and BlackPear also taking a death on this snowball screen here. So yeah, both runners having a little bit of issue. Alright, but BlackPear gets through that screen, Hornlitz gets through their problem screen. Alright, so BlackPear's out of snowball section, just has to move through these last 3 rooms of harsh wind before they can advance over to Mirror Temple. Meanwhile, Hornlitz starting their own fight with the wind and the snowballs. So BlackPear out of Ridge with a 12:06 on their timer. Yeah, 3:05 coming. 3:05 is a really good time for Golden Ridge. I think they might have wanted a sub 3, but sub 3 is also very hard. So yeah, they're probably gonna be happy with the 3:05. Hornlitz, meanwhile, dealt with the snowball section rather nicely. Oh no! Fortunately, using their dash a little bit earlier, maybe like a missed input there, but either way, they recovered. They're out of that screen. Oh, but having a little bit of trouble dealing with the wind. Yeah, try and go for that wall bounce. Yeah, you saw what they wanted to do on their second attempt there, so really good. But yeah, Ridge is definitely the main point of separation now, you know, as opposed to Resort, which I always flag. Yeah, Hornlitz out of there with a 12:41, but that was a 3:36 on their timer, so BlackPear picked up about half a minute, and BlackPear also went for that spicy cutscene skip. Oh, and BlackPear, oh, didn't get the full yeet. Yeah, they got the corner boost, but they weren't able to carry it all the way through the through the room. So that's step skip, aka the yeet skip. Also, they're going for double bubble skip, or they're just going to go in the bubble. Fair enough. Yeah, overall, really solid stuff from BlackPear in this first part of Mirror Temple. Meanwhile, we got Hornlitz. Oh, Hornlitz, singing death on these spikes here. And okay, but gets out at that time, manages to navigate through. Yeah, BlackPear having just a couple minor flubs from BlackPear in the first part of Temple, but nothing that's really going to set him too far back. Well, now we get Hornlitz setting up for Yeet Skip. Oh, to get the corner boost. All right, yeah, so they got the full Yeet there, so really well done from Hornlitz, and yeah, they're going to be right in this bubble as well. Yeah, so BlackPear is about to introduce us to the Seekers as Hornlitz, navigating this long room with this really long cycle, gets through. BlackPear. Yeah, really well done with that spike jump. Yeah, they are going to be starting with the Seekers. So Seekers are an enemy that's going to be tracking us from anywhere on the screen, and they're going to be charging at us. Luckily, we can manipulate Seekers, like, because, you know, they're not RNG like everything else in this game, and we can kind of get them to do some of our bidding. Like, we'll probably see BlackPear knock that Seeker near the key coin. Probably want it on the key coin, so a little bit of time lost there, but nothing too major. Also, just hang on to that wall for a second so that the Seeker will just activate that key coin for them. Alright. So yeah, Hornlitz just starting this unraveling section now as BlackPear just has to dance around the Seeker a little bit. Very nice. Alright, so now we see BlackPear setting up for Surge Skip. We see 2 keys there, but we don't have to get them because we just have that nice little dash jump that we can execute to save about, you know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So yeah, BlackPear's been really solid through unraveling and Surge here. No really major mistakes, not giving Hornlitz any real room to catch up, so Hornlitz just has to be responding with the mistake-free play of their own. So yeah, BlackPear is going to be starting the Theo section as Hornlitz navigating this last room of unraveling. Yep, really solid stuff from Hornlitz as BlackPear starts Theo. So yeah, Theo is our boy. He's trapped in the crystal. We have to get him to the other side of the screen. We can't dash while we're holding Theo though, so we have to kind of catch him in midair while we're in a dash or a hyper dash. Well, BlackPear almost got caught by that Seeker, but was able to kind of do a little bit of improv and just neutralize that Seeker so they could get through safely. Really well done. Yeah, Theo movement can be kind of tricky. Like, this is going to be the most technical part of this game because you're just, like, hitting all 3 of the buttons that you have to hit in a Celeste run just consecutively. Oh, BlackPear didn't get the momentum off that dash platform, but yeah, no real problem. They get through well. Oh, but a little bit of trouble on this screen here. So but that's a very minor death, very quick death. Was able to just reset and just do their thing as we get Hornlitz starting their Theo escape section. Alright, so BlackPear really solid through Mirror Temple. Only one like real death there. So yeah, it gets out of there with a 1644 on their timer. So Hornlitz just gonna have to do what they can to, you know, keep pace with BlackPear through these screens. Oh, but getting a little bit caught up on the first attempt on this screen. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so when the Seeker... Oh, less nice at the end there. Yeah, so what they were trying to do was, when the Seeker comes back to life, you can use the explosion that the Seeker emits when it comes back to life to kind of give yourself a boost, but the risk in that is that the Seeker can come back to life and just kind of, you know, charge back at you, which is what happened to Hornlitz there. So yeah, risk reward there for Hornlitz, and doesn't get the reward, unfortunately. Meanwhile, we have BlackPear having a little bit of trouble with Lake Skip, gets it on the 3rd try. Yeah, Hornlitz gets out of Mirror Temple. They had a 1743 on their timer. Yeah, so 1743, as BlackPear is already up to this point in Reflection at their own 1743, so yeah, BlackPear pretty well ahead, but there's definitely opportunities for Hornlitz to catch up because Reflection is just a grueling level. It's a very long level. We get these feathers that kind of change the way we move through the game. It's 360 degrees of movement as opposed to just, you know, the 8 ways that Madeline usually has when she's not a feather. Yeah, BlackPear moving pretty well through this section as Hornlitz. Yeah, they opted not to go for Lake Skip. I didn't see, well, they opted to take the Kevin block as opposed to doing Lake Skip. I didn't see if they attempted Lake Skip. But either way, that may have been some time save on BlackPear there, though. Unfortunately, taking a death and this on the screen after Lake Skip's not gonna really help matters for them. Especially since BlackPear's been playing pretty mistake-free in the early goings of Reflection so far. Yeah, BlackPear has been navigating the Hollows maze pretty well. Now we're onto this room where we get these bumper cycles. Yeah, bumpers are also kind of a tricky part of Reflection because they're very precise. Like, if you dash into them, they will bounce you back in the opposite direction, though if you're trying to like dash into them from the top and you dash into them from top left, they're going to bounce you somewhere that you don't really expect. Now we get BlackPear on the screen with the shortcut. Alright, very nice movement through the shortcut there, so yeah, really nice stuff in Hornlitz. Yeah, again, just not allowing Hornlitz any room to recover in this race. Alright, BlackPear gets Battleline Boost, very well done. Dashing off that Crush block at just the right time and using that momentum to just kind of carry them through a screen and a half really, really quickly. And now they're starting on the Battleline fight. So, Battleline is, like, as opposed to Chapter 2 where she was just chasing us, now we're actually confronting her head on by just knocking ourselves into her repeatedly throughout all these screens. And one thing that you're going to be noticing is that, like, when we knock into Battleline, she knocks us back and we're suspended in the air for a moment. So what you're going to be seeing from both runner screens, Hornlitz should be in there. Yeah, Hornlitz just getting to this Kevin block and coming onto the shortcut screen. I know how to talk. So yeah, in this Battleline fight, you're going to be seeing runners just kind of get back to the ground, just kind of cancel out of that floating suspended animation as quickly as they can, getting back to the ground, just so they can continue chaining together hyper dashes and ultra dashes like you're seeing on BlackPear's screen. Oh, clipping that feather, probably wanted to just like hop on those platforms in the middle of the screen there, but all the same, really well done. Alright, meanwhile Hornlitz is about to start their own Battleline confrontation. See, yeah, it looks like they're setting up Battleline Boost. Alright, very well done from Hornlitz. So yeah, starting off Battleline in style. Alright, and if we have one new person in chat, then I guess it's worth explaining, especially since we're kind of getting close to the end here. Celeste is an indie precision platformer that was released in January of this year. And yeah, basically, like, the speedrun is just going to be, like, really tight, precise platforming, obviously. Like, it's very fast-paced, there's a lot of variety to the levels. It's very interesting stuff. You see BlackPear, yeah, BlackPear is starting off on these last couple screens of the Battleline fight. Got through the first 3 screens of the second phase pretty well. Meanwhile, Hornlitz, yeah, also making pretty good time through Battleline.
you